Welcome to New Africa TV. I'm your host, Tumelo Matlatsane, and this is Share My Story. Today, I'm not flying solo. I've got my co-host, Len. Len, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tumelo. My name is Len Ramaru, and I'm the co-host of Share My Story. Today on the show, we've got our brother here, Tanaka Dube. Our brother has been through thick and thin, but he has managed to come out stronger and better. Our brother, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. So Tanaka is a young guy who originates from Zimbabwe. I'm an actor. I'm a commercial actor. I'm also a producer. And maybe one day I'll be a cook as well because I'm still trying to learn how to cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, my brother, earlier on when you told us about your story, it was very touching. Can you please take us through the journey just before your mother left?
All right. So when I was growing up, I was from a very well-off family, I can say. So I had everything, like literally everything, because my dad was DEO and my mother was like headmistress. So like I had everything. So before she left Zim, my dad was also sponsoring me. So that stopped when my mom came here in SA. So when, due to the hardships in Zimbabwe, my mom had to come here in SA, to look for better opportunities. So before she left, she took me to my auntie's place. Yes. So the transition, it was like being from the suburbs to deep into the rural areas. So like I had not lived into the rural areas. So like when I got there, the situation became bad because like I was a student, and then there we were told that before you go to school, you have to wake up, you have to make the fire, you have to clean the houses, you have to sweep the hut, you have to go fetch firewood, fetch water and stuff like that. So it was not only emotional draining, but it also became like, I don't know which word to use, but the lady started being like physical, like that physical, like she became physical, like she would use anything to, I don't know how to is it a hide, or I don't know what you call it. So it's like when you, isn't it we are supposed to do chores before going to school and stuff like that. So sometimes she would tell you to go and look for firewood and stuff like that, and then because you're not used to doing these things, it may take you time to get those stuff together and bring them home. So when you get home, she's already angry, and she's like, "So where have you been all this time? I've been waiting for you. I wanted to use this firewood and stuff like that." So she would just take anything that's there, whether it's firewood or whatever, wood, plates, and just beat you with those things. So it was so bad. Yeah.
So, my brother, tell me, during all this time you were living like that, did your mother know about your living conditions?
No, she didn't know, and there was no way I was going to tell her because I never wanted her to know, because I knew that if I was to tell her, she was going to ask, and that was going to cause problems for me with the people I was living with, because that was my home. So to me, it came to a point where I thought this is how my life was supposed to be, and I literally lost hope. So I thought that's how it was supposed to be for me. So I never told you.
So how did that affect you psychologically, especially at school?
Psychologically, it affected me so much in a way that I never got to live that life that you are supposed to live as a young kid. I was doing things that normally people my age wouldn't supposed to be doing at that time. So yeah, it was very bad because even at school I got affected because I never got any chance to study. So I was failing my exams. I was just not on point because I never like had any time to study because when you're from school you have to come back home, do house chores, you have to go do this, you have to do that, so you never get a chance to do your schoolwork.
This must have been very tough for you. So tell us, when did this stop? How did it change? I mean, from that point of life to where you find yourself at the moment.
After about 3 years, my mom came back to Zim, and she came to where I was staying to collect me, and then she took me to my uncle in Harare. So I felt like when I got to Harare, I felt like now this is home, because there my uncle is not strict. You don't do this and that. You just have to focus on your work. But for a moment, I lost it. Like it's like you are coming from a prison, and then you have all this freedom, with you. So you kind of lose it. You even lose focus. So I couldn't even focus on my schoolwork because now I got that chance to live that life that I never lived when I was still there back at the village. So after a year, then my mom came and took me to here in SA. I finished my matric here in SA. Because I loved the media, so I went on the internet. I saw that there were extras work and stuff like that. I started as an extra on Bina Rangers. Then from there,
Okay, before we get to that part, this is the exciting part. So let's first, because we all know that this show is sponsored by the Gallagher Hotel in Midrand. Don't touch that dial.
The Gallagher Hotel has established itself with many a business traveller and tourist. Conveniently located next to Gallagher Estate, Pan-African Parliament, Gautrain, Grand Central Airport, close proximity to the N1 and M1 highways, Sandton CBD, Laurie Park Zoo, and the Mall of Africa.
Welcome back. This is New Africa TV. I'm your host, Tumelo Matlatsane, and with us in studio today, I have my co-host, Len. And then our guest, Tanaka. My brother, as you were saying before the ad break, we were talking about the commercials. Yeah, let's take it from there.
all right. So I've been featured on a Hello Paisa TV ad, which was shown on DSTV, as well as a First Rand Bank TV. Internal advert. So the internal advert is one of those they use inside their building. Like when you get in their building, you see what they do and stuff like that. Yes, and also I've worked on Tawang's production on his movie from Sans Magic, which is called We Friends to Die, which is soon to be aired on Sans Magic. Yes, and currently I'm working on a TV series, which is My Mother or My Lover. Yes.
Speaking of this series of yours, My Mother or My Lover, the name on its own has some weight, It brings me too many thoughts, I sense some confusions, take us through that.
All right, so My Mother or My Lover is a very interesting story about two lovers. So these are people who are in love, but then the mother of the boyfriend doesn't have proof of the relationship because she feels like this girl whom his son is dating is a prostitute and she's more of a gangster and something like that. So she totally don't want them to be together. And as much as this girl has that kind of a character, she also has this sweet side. But then this mother doesn't want to see that sweet side because she has whatever she has in mind. So it's got a lot of action inside. So it's something that you'd really want to watch. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this one. So tell me, have you already started shooting it?
Not yet. We're still going to do the auditions next week, and I'm yet to confirm the dates. I think by tonight I will have the dates, and then in 3 weeks' time we'll start shooting. Yeah.
So when are you gonna shoot where are you gonna shoot this movie?
Our set is in Tembisa, Ivory Park. So I think Ivory Park, yeah, it is.
And so about how many characters are you gonna need there?
All right, due to the budget, because we're working on a very tight budget, I think we're looking at 8 to 10 characters. Yeah.
Sounds interesting, this series that they're gonna shoot. It sounds like there's gonna be a lot of drama. So tell me, is there anything that we left out? Anything that you wanna add?
Not really, but I would like to encourage someone there at home who has been through, what I've been through, or who is still in my shoes, or what I used to be back then. That you mustn't give up, no matter what situation you are in. You must stand up and know what you want. Don't give up, because there's always hope at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. There's always light at the end of the tunnel.
I forgot to ask you one question, my brother. This series, is there any production that you're working with? Anybody else that the people might know?
I'm working with my co-producer, Desire Shower. He's worked on quite a few projects in Zimbabwe, TV projects, and I'm also planning on inviting Maneta Mazani, who was on Big Brother, as well as Monyachi Zonga. He was also on Big Brother. Yeah, so I think those are the people that I would really love to get on board. Yeah.
So earlier on the pre-interview, you mentioned something about your characters, the characters that you're looking for. What exactly are you looking for?
We're looking for real talent, for that person who is hungry for this. Yeah, so when you're coming to the auditions, know what you want. Most people tend to misinterpret, the showbiz. They think it's that easy thing. So, but what I'm actually looking for is we're looking for people who are very talented, because this is more of an action kind of TV series. So we need that person who has that character, the go-getter. Yeah.
So there's something else that you mentioned earlier on this topic of the characters that you're looking for. I need you to tell us which people specifically are you looking for this series. Let's be specific about the leading characters, and then the supporting roles, and then the featured roles.
All right, so because I feel like this is going to be more of a Zimbabwean movie. So on the main and supporting, especially main, we're looking for people who can speak Shona as well as English. So even if you are South African and you can speak Shona, because there are other South African people who can speak Shona, you can still come on board. And we're still going to have other South Africans and even Nigerians in the movie, because even if the movie is Zimbabwean, it has that Zimbabwean story in it, there's always that vibe that's not Zimbabwean that's in there, so we can always cast someone who is not Zimbabwean. So yeah.
And then you said something about action. I'm here, my brother, and I kick. So I really love action films. So, and if there's anything that you think I can do there, you can see, Mos. I've eaten a cow, Baba. So I'm very yeah. So in closing, my brother, where can the people find you?
I'm on Twitter at @TMacDub, which is TEE_MC MCDUB. TMacDub. That's the same name on Instagram as well, TMacDub. And on Facebook, I have a Facebook account as well as a page. It's Tanaka Dube. Yes.
And the phone numbers, if you don't mind, because I know some ladies will really take the phone numbers and call. They will use them.
Nah, they must call. It's 062 313 8491. Yeah. 062 313 8491.
Right. Viewers at home, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. They are busy, and they're going to be busy, and everyone is going to get busy. This is the showbiz entertainment. Everyone is busy. Come out, come in numbers. You heard the auditions are coming. You heard, you got the phone numbers, you got the Twitter accounts, the Instagram, the Facebook. We are bringing you all the opportunities you need. Is there any kind of help that you might need?
Well, you know, in the entertainment industry, it's not easy. We always need sponsors if we can get those, because you know, to produce a series, it takes a lot. It's draining. So if we can get sponsors on board, as well as people, the crew and stuff like that, with equipment, I guess we'll be good to go. Yeah.
Sponsors, productions, come out. We are calling upon you. Come and help these young people. They are here doing this thing. This is a dream to most of them. So come out, help them. Let's make a United Nations of South Africa. From us in studio today, I'm your host, Tumelo Mahlatsane, our co-host, Lenda, and our guest, Tanaka, signing out. This is Share My Story. Till we meet again.
The Gallagher Hotel, the perfect getaway or business stopover where you'll leave feeling refreshed and relaxed. We offer 104 deluxe double or twin rooms with aircon, ensuite bathrooms, tea and coffee making facilities, and DSTV. Our restaurant offers an unforgettable dining experience with full continental or buffet breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, or relax in one of our lounges with a hot beverage and treats on offer from our coffee shop. The Gallagher Hotel, your home away from home.